What's going on? It's Don't Accept Reality. Today we're going to cover how to make a competitive offer on a home. And first thing that you want to do is get that pre-approval letter. Getting that pre-approval letter is going to get the ball rolling. It's going to just show sellers that you have the funds necessary to purchase their home, and you went through the proper steps already to make sure that you secure those funds. The pre-approval is huge right now, especially in today's market. It's a seller's market. So by you not having a pre-approval letter and making an offer on a house that already has multiple offers, your offer will not be accepted. So definitely have that pre-approval letter in hand. The next thing that you're going to want to do is limit contingencies. And for those that are unaware what contingencies are basically a clause in a contract that protects the buyer from the unforeseen events. So it's kind of like a get out of jail free card in a sense, not all the way, but just an example like EMD. So you put $5,000 down on a house and you no longer want to purchase that house. By you having the contingency in place, you're able to get that $5,000 back. So by you limiting the contingencies and basically sacrificing your EMD on a home that you really want, it's showing good faith. You as the buyer is going to purchase the seller's home. And another thing that you want to do really is make a competitive offer. So a competitive offer consists of you offering more than the listing price. But before you do that, make sure you consult with your realtor so that they can even do a CMA. A CMA is a comparative market analysis showing what that house is worth and compared to all the other houses that have sold recently in the same neighborhood. Basically the same criteria, the same beds and bathrooms, within usually a 5 to 10 mile radius, how much they sold for it. That way you can make an aggressive offer on the house and not put too much on it to where you're going to be underwater. Another thing that you're able to do is increase the EMD, increasing the earnest money deposit. So once again, the earnest money deposit is basically insurance for the seller that if you back out of the deal, you're able to keep that money. You will lose the money. It is refundable, but it can also be non-refundable. But by you increasing the EMD, because EMD normally ranges from 1 to 3% of the listing price of the home. But by you increasing the EMD, maybe an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 plus dollars, it's just showing the sellers that you are really interested in this home. Because if you are not, you're going to lose that money. So you have something to lose. That's just going to be a great offer to give the sellers. It just shows that you are really invested in this home. So increasing the EMD is another thing that you're able to do, making a competitive offer. There's also another thing that you can do. And this thing right here, it's not something that I always recommend, but it's strictly for the buyers that have found the dream house, that their forever house, the home that they don't ever plan on leaving. This is for you guys. If you plan on buying this house and it's just going to be a 2 to 3 year thing, then don't follow through with what I'm about to say. But what I'm recommending to you guys, to those people, once again, to the dream home buyers, the forever home buyers, the forever home buyers, once again, this is for you guys. The escalation clause. And the escalation clause is pretty much you escalating your bid to a certain amount. So let me give you an example. So say the house that you're trying to purchase is a $200,000 house and you put $215,000 down. That means you escalated your clause, you did the escalation clause and it went up to the certain amount of $215,000. But then the appraisal comes back and it appraises for $195,000. So now you're down $20,000, okay? But losing $20,000 might not be a lot for somebody that has found the dream house, has found their forever home. So it's just something you have to keep in mind. And it's strictly for the forever home buyers or the dream home buyers. For anybody else that's unsure if this is their forever home or their dream home, I do not advise the escalation clause. So this is strictly for the forever and dream home buyers. Just keep that in mind, okay? And the last thing that I really think is very effective, which I've done before myself, is just make a connection with the seller. Build some rapport. So when you go to these open houses and stuff like that, sometimes the sellers are present and you're able to get that interaction. You're able to tell them like, hey, I love this about the house, the layout, the way the kitchen is designed, stuff like that. Just lets them know that you're very interested in the home. Even let them know your name. That's key. Let them know your name. By you letting them know your name, when that contract slides across the desk, they're able to look it over. They're going to see your name on there. and they might accept it just from the strength of your interaction. And if you're not able to establish that physical interaction in person, very similar to how me and my wife were, we were able to send a love letter. A love letter is a simple email, a letter. It's just got to be written personally and just very direct to the sellers, just letting them know that you really love their home and you can see your future family being there forever, or your family in general just living in that house forever, and you're going to really take care of it, and you appreciate the way that the sellers have taken care of the house. Stuff like that, that's just going to butter them up. They'll really consider your offer by you sending that love letter. It just makes it more personable. It takes it away from the transactional side and makes the seller say, hey, let me do this good deed of giving this family my home, you know? So it just makes it more personable. It allows them to know who you are, know who they're selling to, know who they're about to go through this deal with. I hope I was able to cover how to make a competitive offer on a home, and that this information becomes useful for you guys in the near future, going through your home buying process, or when you decide to submit an offer on a home. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out all my other content, and I truly appreciate you guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? Don't accept reality here. I have an ebook out called The Active Duty and Veteran First Time Home Buyers Guide. And in my guide, I'm giving you a step-by-step process on how to reach home ownership comfortably and with knowledge, and it's just preparing you for the unexpected, things that I wish I would have known when going through my home buying process. The link to the ebook is in the description. Check it out, and I truly appreciate you guys.